I mean, it's a very good question to be honest, because this game is coming out in 20 days now, so it's very fair to ask if people are gonna quit Honkai Star Rail for Wuthering Waves. First, let me talk about what's gonna happen, what we know for a fact that is going to happen. In the first week of Wuthering Waves, the answer of the question is definitely yes. People are gonna quit Honkai Star Rail, people are gonna quit Genshin. We saw how big Tower of Fantasy was in its first week, and Wuthering Waves looks very huge, so Wuthering Waves first week will be insane. Not only for players, but for content creators, because every single content creator of any gacha game will now cover Wuthering Waves. So even for people who are not going to immediately quit Honkai Star Rail or Genshin, they will be getting so many Wuthering Waves ads and even guides for the game, and people talking about the state of the game, giving reviews, and for content creators that's gonna be extended to not only a week, but to the whole 1.0. But now let's move to something that is not guaranteed, and that is only an assumption from us. After a month of Wuthering Waves, will players quit Wuthering Waves and go back to Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, or maybe play all of them? So let me tell you what I'm expecting. At the end of the day, Honkai Star Rail is doing a very good job, to be honest, with their game. The amount of content that's been added to Honkai Star Rail is insane. They're adding endgame in the next patch. The story is very good. We're not seeing any dry patch till now. But in Honkai Star Rail 2.2 is where the story ends. At least the story of Penacony. And that's where they're gonna have a very big challenge, to say the least. Because we saw what happened in Genshin. We had 4 dry patches. But the thing is, in 2.3 they're adding endgame. And that's why it looks very good for Honkai Star Rail. I really feel that Honkai Star Rail are going to do a good job. Maybe have one dry patch. But I think they're going to be adding good content every time. Now, if they fail to do this, of course people are gonna stick more to Wuthering Waves. But if they do a good job in this, I think that players are gonna be playing both. But which one will be their main game? It will probably be Wuthering Waves. First, it's new. Secondly, Honkai Star Rail's main story in Penacony ends, and the honeymoon phase of Wuthering Waves will be very long till this time. But on the other hand, with Genshin, I think so many people were gonna quit Genshin for a month at least and be playing Wuthering Waves. So many of them will go back to Genshin Impact, this is for sure. And we will be like that for like 3 months if Wuthering Waves drops a very good patch at 1.1 or 1.2 until we reach August. And that's where Genshin Impact will probably drop Natlan. Here, I guarantee you, Wuthering Waves will lose popularity a little bit. Well, I mean, it's not 100% because they might do an insane job, but at the same time, it's not gonna beat the new region in Genshin Impact. Wuthering Waves will still be new at this point. And so Genshin Impact will be very popular for probably 3 months again. But in all of that, I think that people will still be playing Honkai Star Rail, but it's not gonna be their main game for a while, especially if they drop so many dry patches. But this is the most that I can predict. To be honest, after that, it's a mystery. And I don't think that anyone can tell you what's gonna happen after that. Gonna have to wait and see how Wuthering Waves, how Honkai Star Rail. But for the first 5 months at least, this is how it looks like. People are gonna quit Genshin and Honkai Star Rail in the first month, and then they're gonna slowly come back, but Wuthering Waves will be their main game. And then they will come back to Genshin Impact to be their main game for some time because of the story, but probably not quit Honkai Star Rail because Honkai Star Rail is doing a very good job. That the most thing that can happen to this game is that people are just not gonna make it their main game for a while. But if we go to mid-July, we're gonna have ZZZ. I don't think that ZZZ is going to kill the hype for Wuthering Waves. I don't think it's gonna beat Wuthering Waves, but I think it's going to be high. People are gonna play it for a week or 2 and then maybe keep on playing it. I don't know, to be honest, but I don't think they're going to also quit ZZZ for Honkai Star Rail, because looking at the CBT, it's looking good, but it's not looking that good. It doesn't have that much to, you know, play it, to be honest. I'm still kind of excited for it. I'm gonna play it, but I think that's everything we can talk about here. You know, we do one of these videos sometimes to open a discussion, so I would like to see your opinion in the comments. And also be sure to subscribe. Let's try to hit 10k as soon as possible. Peace, boys.